It does help me test the audio. Alright, we're going live in a few here. Alright, what's up, Hacksters? Oh, it's so good to be in the studio. I've been kind of staying home a bit, but also trying to be present. Anyway, we have a package here. It's MCU Monday. Let's go! The package contains, I hope, a clue from Adafruit. A clue to what? A clue to what's inside the bag! It's very confusing. Anyway, it's a new board from Adafruit called The Clue. We're gonna take a look. Ooh, that was very satisfying. So I actually first ordered a couple other colors of this silicone-coated hookup wire that I love. It's so good. It's heat resistant. You can use it for everything. It doesn't get brittle. The coating doesn't peel back when you solder to it. It's fantastic. It's amazing. I love it so much. All right, so the other exciting thing is these. It says Adafruit on it. It's very cute. It's got a barcode. I don't know what that is. Sides are blank. Wow, yeah, whoa. You know, I kind of knew it was going to be this size, but it feels really small to me. Interesting. So on the page for this, they tell you that it could be either green or black, and you don't know which one you're going to get. In this case, it looks like we got the green one, from what I can see through the package. Very exciting. Didn't you send me a blue one, though? Alright. It's so small! This is the alpha version. It is designed to fit most places that a microbit will. Wow, yeah! You can really kind of tell that it's an alpha. Look at the sort of texture on the solder pads there. Wow! This feels like extra special because it's an alpha version. Look at this. I think the final one's going to be black. Interesting, they didn't put the pins on both sides. Huh. But, yeah, so this is designed as kind of an analog to the BBC microbit. I love it. Wow. And I have a microbit right here. Is it actually smaller, or does it just feel... It just feels smaller. It's the same size. Why does it feel smaller? Maybe because of that huge screen in the middle. I don't know. I don't know why. You don't have the logo at the top like they do here. So one of the key features here, of course, is that they replaced the 5x5 red LED matrix with a 240 by 240 pixel TFT display. And at the top here, you've got a little sensor that looks like a sound sensor. Or is it a light sensor? Looks like a light sensor. Oh yeah, because they've got those two little white LEDs on the front as a light source for using for a couple of different sensors. You've got your user programmable A and B buttons as per usual. The pins are all the same. This one I've got some stuff attached to because I was trying to wire up some servos before I learned about the good word of adapters. You know, this one allows you to easily attach servos, but before then I was stuck in the dark days. I might as well just take these off now. But so yeah, there's a bunch of interesting ways that this compares with the BBC microbit. Here we go. I'm just going to do this so we can see it a little bit better. No, who cares? Alright, so this versus the microbit. This one, the microbit, has an NRF 51822 chip with Bluetooth Low Energy. And I think built into that chip, the processor actually is the temperature sensor. You can see that that's on the back here. Processor, compass, accelerometer, and pins. Where does it say the temperature sensor? I don't think maybe it does. Interesting. You've got the BLE antenna, a reset button, and the battery. We'll come back to power in a minute, very much. You've got your two buttons. Over here, you've got an NRF 52840, which has 1 megabyte of flash, 256K of RAM. It's got 64 megahertz Cortex M4 chip. Yeah, fantastic. So this one is a little bit higher powered. In terms of programming the two, this one, the microbit, you can program with Microsoft Make Code, which is basically a little drag and drop editor that you can toggle between drag and drop block code and JavaScript. And you can also program it with MicroPython or Embed for really intense C people. And then this one you can program with the Arduino IDE or with CircuitPython, Adafruit's version of MicroPython, which has some extra cool little stuff on it. Now, one thing to be aware of with the clue is that it does not yet, let's pull up the page actually, it does not yet support MakeCode or Scratch for this chip. They would love to see MakeCode, but there's no ETA for when it will be added. Another thing is that most of the cases for the microbit will not fit the clue. However, you can in where a microbit is designed to fit in most little adapter thingies. So for example, the little one that I showed you a second ago, this one from Kitronic, this is the, I think it's called a servo light, and this boy will indeed fit right on there. Cool. Ooh, you know what? Actually, there might be a little bit of collision. Interesting. Well, we'll make it work. Oh, you know what? I think there's a little spacer bar that goes in there anyway. I've got another one set up over actually here with a microbit. Oh, it goes the other way up. Okay. Maybe it'll work. Wait. Duh, that's how I had it. Okay, anyway. So, getting back to things, this will not necessarily fit all the same cases of the microbit, but it should also slot in. So, for example, I have another little microbit compatible robot kit here. This is the robot bit from KittenBot, and this should slide in just in the right place here. There we go. Yeah, sweet. They've got the pins marked 0, 1, 2, voltage and ground. And you can just put that in right there. 0, 1, 2. V is under the little screen protector, which I won't take off just yet. And ground. Cool. So what else have we got? We've got... we covered the displays and the... we haven't gotten to the power yet. Okay, we might as well do that now. So the microbit, one of my endless frustrations with it is that I can't power it with rechargeable lithium polymer batteries. I can't do it. They're 3.7 volts, and it is only tolerant of things up to, I think, 1.8 to 3.6 volts. A fully charged LiPo, according to Adafruit, can go up to 4.2 volts, which is absolutely out of bounds. This one can tolerate anywhere between 3 and 6 volts on its JST battery input over here. So that's extremely exciting. I have one right here, and I don't think there's an on-off switch, so yeah. We got a little, ooh, look, the Rgb LED is another thing that's unique to this board. And, oh, we have stuff! We've got readings from all the sensors! This is perfect! Okay, I wanted to tell you about all the cool sensors it has on here, and I'm gonna lower the volume a little bit so I'm not screaming into the microphone. Or at least it doesn't blow out your headphones, sorry. File system not found, we'll figure that out. It's got a bunch of sensors on here, as I was about to say. Ooh, what happens if I push the buttons? Well, okay, first we've got the temperature sensor, we've got a barometric pressure sensor, we've got humidity, we've got a light sensor, we've got an accelerometer. So we have 9 degrees of freedom on this. So the microbit itself comes with, as it says, a compass and accelerometer. That's a magnetometer and an accelerometer, so it can tell which cardinal direction it's pointing. And then it can also tell if it's being accelerated in some direction, including downwards by gravity. So this one has both of those. It also has a gyroscope, so it can tell if it's being rotated or spun. Then you also have a mic in here, which I think is just a sound level sensor. I don't think it can actually pick up what you're saying, but I could be wrong. That would be cool. I think you would need a smarter processor like they have in the Adafruit Edge board, actually. This guy. Super cool. Ooh. There's so many things. So many things I'm trying to build right now. Anything else? Yeah, we've got proximity. Oh yeah, the sensor here is proximity, light, color, and gestures. So you can sense all those 4 things with this little sensor. And I'm assuming that's why you have those 2 little white LEDs next to it. You also have this RGB LED for feedback, which you do not have over here. I think this is the microphone here. And then here's the Bluetooth chip. Oh, stemma! This is apparently an analog of the Quick system from SparkFun, which I actually just talked about on like Friday. Let me pull that up. I was just telling people about the SparkFun Quick system because I had ordered, yes, some bits and pieces from Spark Fun, including this environmental sensor and a little cable kit. So this is an I2C connector that SparkFun is using to create daisy-chainable I2C devices that you can plug into microcontrollers, you can plug them into each other, and you can read a bunch of cool different stuff from them. You can also use them to actuate devices. So there's sensors and actuators. It's very similar to Seed's Grove protocol, except for that you have a slightly smaller connector, and also you can chain them in a whole little row instead of just like directly to the microcontroller. So you have that on the top. They also call it stemma, which I haven't heard of before, but I think is like the Adafruit analog to Quick. Then this is a little sound buzzer, like we're used to, with things like, for example, the Circuit Playground Express. Circuit Playground Express from Adafruit also has a ton of cool little sensors and little LED ring and stuff. And this one is also really great for beginners. Love it. So then the Clue just has sort of an extra screen and stuff on it, and is compatible with all your microbit accessories. Let's see what happens when I push the buttons. Nothing. Oh! It seems to do something to the sensor readings? Or am I just... No, they're just constantly updating. Okay, cool. Why is it beeping? It only beeps every now and then. Interesting. So with the accelerometer, you can see that the values change as I rotate it. These should, in theory, be X, Y, and Z values. Yeah. Anyway, I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, we've got to look at the websites. I get so distracted by these things. It's like really fun to play with, especially when you're sort of like rotating it around and looking at the little numbers change. So if I lose my train of thought, I apologize. That's why this thing is just like really stareable and playable. So Adafruit, as usual, has a ton of really good educational information on their website. So you've got the main overview. This is pretty much the same as the product page, except that they don't tell you that it's out of stock, which is sad but true. Then you have, as usual, in both places, all the little tech specs, so you can see what exactly these sensors and stuff are. The quick/stemma QT connector for adding more sensors, motor controllers, or displays over I2C. You can plug in Grove I2C sensors by using an adapter cable. So if you have Seed Grove kits, you can use this cable to plug those in. It's pretty much a direct interface. I'm kind of confused why there are these two standards now. It seems like we could all benefit from having them be the same, but oh well. You have, I've linked in the description of this video, the overview page for the microbit as well, so that you can compare and contrast what their deal is. I think we covered most of this already. But also another fun thing about the Clue is how they named it. So I love that Adafruit really communicates a lot with their user base. So they have a Discord channel, they have these weekly, on Wednesdays they've got a couple of little call-in shows that you can get into, and then also they share things like how they decided to name their things, including the feather boards and feather wings, which they started coming out with a few years ago, and have been immensely popular to the point that, for example, Particle and a number of other companies, the Meadow board, have come out with their own boards to the same standard to interface with their little shields and things. It's very cool. And how they named the Circuit Playground, and then they get to how they named the Clue in the end. So they said, when we started developing the board, we kept saying, come to your sensors. Oh, I get it. All the little wordplay here. But yeah, what are the next generation of scientists and engineers doing? They're doing a lot of sensor work in some way, from the kid in 4-H to the grad student to the citizen scientist. Everything is a sensor, and we're all trying to find clues to what has happened, what is happening, or what might happen. What can we do with that information? We're looking for a clue. That's really it. We're all looking for that clue that can help solve that problem, help with a mystery, a clue for a puzzle we need help with, all to give us a tiny glimpse of the universe. I love it. And I think that that's really something that's signaled by their inclusion of this little I2C breakout, because on the microbit you have a few little pins that you can connect stuff to, but honestly, you know, this is like a couple servos and a speaker and then you're done, right? And there's a lot of stuff that isn't that friendly to work with. But by making this compatible with the Arduino IDE and with I2C sensors and actuators, they're making it really easy for you to expand what you use this for. So I actually have an environmental sensor for the Quick system that I could hook up to this, except that they've already put all those sensors on here. Like, what are you doing, Adafruit? There's nothing left for me to do. Maybe an air quality sensor would be good. Actually, that might be something that I have. That would be very exciting. I would love to make a little air quality sensor and display. I already have too much to do this afternoon. What am I gonna do? This thing is amazing. I haven't yet tried to program it because I just pulled it out of the bag. But once I do, I will put up a tutorial. And yeah, I'd really love to make that little environmental sensor and have it just display on here. Wouldn't that be cool? Anyway, yeah. So that is the Adafruit Clue. Super stoked to play with this. Not enough time. Too many cool boards. I know. Poor me. But yeah, hit that reset button. What happens? It's really quick. It's a really quick little board to start up and update. Fantastic. Thanks for watching. Find the links that I referenced in the description to this video. I think there's even a couple of extra ones that I haven't mentioned here. Right, yes. You can sign up on the Adafruit product page to find out when it's going to be back in stock. Just look at the right sidebar here. You can add it to your wish list and all that stuff. Be sure to go to Hackster.io/news and check up on all the new cool stuff. We reported on this, or rather, James Lewis reported on this, a contributing writer 2 months ago, and you can be even more on top of everything than I am, because I only got so many hours in the day. But Hackster News, great place to find out about all kinds of new cool stuff. We have a great new article from Zach Shelby. I can't look at this page, I get lost forever, it's a problem. Go check out our recent stream about the SparkFun project package unboxing. I got a new Pi 4 because I burned out my last one on some of this quick stuff, if you want to learn more about that. And yeah, stay tuned for more weirdness. I promise I'll put up a tutorial soon. But honestly, they already have a ton of really good information on here already. They compared the microbit power, the clue power, Arduino support setup, everything you need to install, including FAQs for if you have trouble installing it, installing the different libraries, for all the different sensors and stuff, how to make a little animated GIF player. I want to see this. Cool! Wait. She said GIF. Okay, anyway. Then links to the different APIs and things to prior tutorials they've done. Honestly, there's not much left for me to document anyway, except for if I build an actual cool project with this. So I guess that's what I gotta do. Cool spirit level for making sure that your surfaces are even. Way too cool. And then they tell you how to get CircuitPython up and running. Delightful. Enjoy! Good luck getting your hands on one of these. Maybe once it's out of alpha, there will be more available. I would assume so. For now, you can sign up for updates on the Adafruit product page, which is just adafruit.com/clue, and you'll be able to see when this gets back in stock. Thanks for watching. Have an awesome rest of your Monday, and hack on.